My name is Ishmael with the Roseland After School, and today I will be speaking with Mr. Larry James. Mr. James, thank you for your time.
Well, thank you for having me.
Where were you born and what was your childhood like?
I was born in Spokane, Washington, long way away from Dallas, up in the northwest. We moved back to Texas, and that was my parents' home. Moved back to Dallas when I was 3 years old. I'm now 60, so I've been here off and on for 57 years. My childhood was good. My dad and mom started out as cotton farmers in West Texas. They were sharecroppers. My dad moved to Des Moines, Iowa after World War II because there weren't any jobs. The cotton farming was not getting him anywhere. And then he ended up in Spokane, Washington, then came back to Texas and got into the real estate business. And I had a nice upbringing. We were not wealthy people at all, but thanks to my dad's hard work, I think we moved into the middle class. I went to Richardson High School, graduated from there a long time ago. So I was an only child. That's one unfortunate thing about my life. I didn't have any brothers or sisters, and my parents are both gone now. But I was blessed to have good parents and a lot of good friends.
What was your very first job?
I worked in a Sinclair. Well, my very first job was mowing yards. When I was about 11 years old, I started mowing neighbors' yards. And then when I was 14, I got a job in a Sinclair filling station, gas station. That was back when you drove in the gas station, the guys would come out and pump gas. And I worked there for 2 years. And then I went to work for the school district mowing football fields in the summertime and cleaning up classrooms in the spring break time. And so I've been working at something since I was about 11 or 12 years old.
What do you and your family do together?
Well, my family, my wife and I, have two grown daughters, and they're both married, and we have three grandchildren, and we have a fourth grandchild, another grandson on the way. We have one granddaughter and two grandsons with a third grandson on the way. We spend time with our children and their children. We usually when we come home, we're so tired we just sit there and look at each other. But we do, I guess, just kind of ordinary things. But most of our time is spent with family. Most of my time is spent with family and work. Um, we go to a movie every now and then, watch a lot of TV, sit at home and read, have the grandkids over. It seems like there's always a grandchild over, especially on the weekends.
What was the worst mistake you have ever made?
Oh, that's a good one. What's the worst mistake I've ever made? Hmm. In general, assuming assuming I know more than I really know, and not listening to other people, that's a fundamental mistake. When I was a teenager, I'll just be real honest with you. When I was a teenager, I hooked up with a guy down in Vickery, south of Richardson, and we bought a bunch of liquor and beer and ran off in the car out in the woods on a camping trip. And my dad was suspicious, and he came and found me. And the trunk of my car was full of booze, so I got in a lot of trouble. That was not a very smart thing to do, but that's one of the worst things. I you know I don't have a lot of regrets, but not that I hadn't. I made a lot of mistakes, but that was probably the worst night of my life in terms of my personal mess ups.
What is your job like now?
Wow, my job, I've been working at Central Dallas Ministries for 16 years, and so it's changed a lot because when I first came, there were just a few people, and we had a real small thing going on. But now we have 125 employees and 350 AmeriCorps members, and so I spend most of my time trying to encourage people on my staff, trying to raise money to keep the doors open, and hopefully making sure we're in touch with people in the neighborhoods that we care about to find out what they need and what they want to do. And also trying to organize everybody to make things fairer in Dallas, more open, so that everybody has an equal opportunity.
Please tell me your goals for Central Dallas Ministries in the future.
We're working on a big project to create a gateway of opportunity into South Dallas that's going to involve a new health and wellness center, a gigantic food distribution center that will include a product exchange center for a big company, and we're hoping to create 100 new jobs that'll pay a livable wage right there at the very entryway into South Dallas. We're also working on employment training products that will allow people who want to improve their skills and earn more money do that. We're also working on several additional affordable housing developments and permanent supportive housing developments for currently homeless people. So we got a lot on our plate. We're working hard on lots of fronts right now.
Thank you for speaking with me, Mr. James. This is Ishmael, Roseland After School Junior Reporter. Have a great day.